Welcome. We're in Anthem, Arizona, meeting with Around Town Junk Removal, Garrett Fricks, and we're here on scene to talk about general liability insurance.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So, you want to introduce me as your insurance agent?
Absolutely. So when we pulled up today, we saw you rolling in this nice red Mustang. We said, there's the legend of junk removal insurance, dumpster rental insurance. Like literally, you are the name nationwide when it comes to expertise on junk removal. Anybody that we have reach out to us asking insurance related questions, we always send to Toby. So you and your team have been tremendously helpful for us, and we're excited that you're here in person.
Yes.
And we can kind of unravel some mysteries about general liability insurance.
Yeah, it sounds great. So thanks for having us out. Yeah, this is a part of our online educational series that we're labeling Junk Removal VIP, or virtual insurance platform, where we're just creating online content that we're going to share with the world to be able to help to educate people, whether you're a startup, whether you've been in business for several years, whether you're struggling with insurance rates and premiums or lack of options. You know, a lot of people come to us because they just don't, they'll go to their local guy. The local guy doesn't know what to call it or how to classify it. And so they just end up without any options. And so that's where we're different. We specialize in junk removal and dumpster rental, demolition, and we know the marketplaces, and we know how to customize the coverages in order to be able to maximize value, not just from a coverage standpoint, but also do it at an affordable rate. So
phenomenal. So Toby, what are the key policies that a business owner who's operating in junk removal really needs to pay attention to and needs to make sure that they have adequate coverage on?
yeah, so the biggest ones, the absolute must-haves, are general liability and commercial auto. If you have employees, and once you got to crawl before you walk, before you run. So you don't have to start out of the gates with the Lamborghini of insurance products. You can get away with just general liability and commercial auto and start operating. So those are the two biggest ones. Workers' comp, eventually at the point where you start to hire employees or have additional help. And it's different for every state. Some states allow you to have multiple employees. Some states it's, hey, one part-timer, you need to have them covered, so that if they get injured, their bills are paid for. And then if you're doing any type of commercial property cleanouts, or you're working with small business or realty group, or you're getting B&I people that are connecting you to their business and you're doing cleanouts for their, you've got to have a commercial umbrella policy in order to go over. And all the commercial umbrella does is just increases the general liability limit from 1 million to 2 million, commercial auto 1 million to 2 million, workers' comp increases those limits. So it just adds an additional million layer. But a lot of companies require that commercial umbrella. So I would say those are the four core, whether you're junk removal or dumpster rental. If you are dumpster rental, you do need to have an inland marine policy. If you've got a loan out on the cans or the dumpsters, you've got to cover the loan. The bank wants their asset protected. So you've got to cover that in what's called an inland marine policy, which covers your property while away from premise. So if you're dropping a can, leaving it there, it's got the exposure of theft, fire, damage, tornado, whatever the case is, that's covered under the inland marine policy. Now, those are kind of the core basic ones. Are there a bunch others that should be eventually contemplated, that as you build and grow, you add to your insurance game? Yeah, definitely. No question about it. Crime coverage, crime bonds, pollution liability, cyber liability, employer practices liability insurance. So there's a ton of things that are excluded on these specific policies that the normal person just doesn't think about. Oh, hey, do I need to be covered for this or not? So that's where we kind of get into the nitty gritty with people, and we build and evolve and grow as you build and evolve and grow, so that we can add these coverages in over time to cover those types of risk exposures. So it just kind of depends on your tolerance for risk. You know, if you don't have a bank loan on the cans and you're good with it, throw air tags in them, self-insure them. They're 3, 4, 5 grand a piece. So, you know, to have, but also if you got 50 of them and they're all sitting in one lot and something comes through and wipes out the entire lot, you're going to be out a lot of dough at the end of the day. So it really depends on your risk tolerance and what you want to self-insure and what you don't, what you're comfortable with, and that's how we customize those coverages.
That was a great answer. Thank you, Toby.
You bet.
So we've covered a lot talking about insurance and general liability. Say someone who's watching this video right now has some questions that wants to get a hold of you. What's the best way to reach you?
Yeah, we have a customized questionnaire that really breaks down and identifies all the risk exposures associated with running junk removal or dumpster rental company. So the best way would be to email us, Toby@wisdominsurance.com, or you can call my cell phone, text me, and then we'll send you a questionnaire. We are going to launch our new website, which is junkremovalinsurance.com.
Nice.
And the questionnaire is going to be available on the site where you can go right to the site, click the link, download the questionnaire, complete it, kick it back to us, and then we'll be running quotes for you immediately. So those are the best ways to get a hold of us in order to start quotes.
That's tremendous.
So, awesome.
Well, thank you, Toby.
Hey,
This has
thanks
been
so
great.
much. Yeah, definitely. Thanks for taking the time and having us out. We look forward to a lot of future years together, keeping your insurance premiums in check and making sure you're covered the right way.
Thank you.
Thanks.